Hello everyone, this is Romario with a new legacy video. But before we get started, I'll kindly ask you to please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And as always, I love to hear feedback on the videos I post. So if you, after you watch it, if you, saw anything that you want to comment, please do so. I love to get some feedback and read the comments on the videos. Today, I will be playing Sneaking Show. Now, I am aware that I haven't posted as many legacy videos on my channel as many pre-modern videos I posted, and I think one of the last ones I posted, it was like Sneaking Show. So it might seem like maybe I just love to play this deck, which is not the case. I play some Sneaking Show every once in a while, but I do think the deck is kind of well positioned right now. And today I'm actually going to be trying a new card from the new set, the Mistrise Village. And I don't see why Moto did not work here to zoom in. But Mistrise Village, it's kind of like a substitute for the old Boseiju that we used to play to make your show and tell uncounterable. So this card says this lands enters tapped unless you control a mountain or a forest. This deck is a blue-red deck that we have mountains in the deck, in the forms of Volcanic Island and Thundering Falls and a basic mountain. So it should come into play untapped most times, and then it taps for a blue mana, which is a huge plus compared to Boseiju, who shelters all. And then it's got this other ability that you can pay 1 blue, tap, and the next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. So this has lots of upsides compared to Boseiju's, right? One of them is that you can make spells that are not instants or sorceries uncounterable. So you can make your sneak attack uncounterable. You can pay for spells that don't have a colorless mana and their casting cost uncounterable. So you can make, for instance, like a Pyroblast uncounterable out of the sideboard, something you couldn't do with Boseiju, right? So kind of excited to see how this is gonna go. I haven't played with this card yet. I've been playing some Sneaking Show, but before Mistrise Village was printed, so about 2 weeks ago, I played a bunch of different versions of Sneaking Show and Omniscience type of decks. And I'll go quickly over some of the new cards, but like I said, Mistrise Village. Then you have the regular cantrips using Legacy, Brainstorm, and Ponder. And then the pieces of the combo, Show and Tell, Sneak Attack, Atraxa, and then Emrakul. This list also is playing 2 Omniscience. I think the previous list I was trying only had 1. This Omniscience is very, very good against decks are playing Caracas, or I guess these days I would say it's good against Death and Taxes, really. And there are some situations that you want to just win on the same turn, that sometimes a Sneak Attack or Show and Tell doesn't do that, but Omniscience can, because Show and Tell a Omniscience into play, it's usually, you should be able to win if you have another card in hand after that, right? No, if you put an Atraxa in play off of Omniscience, that should do it. And Emrakul most times will do it too, because you do get the cast trigger, right? So you do get to take an extra turn. And then the last card is just Stock Up, also newish type of card is still in Legacy. That card is very, very good in this deck. I remember some of the first few leagues I played with Stock Up in Sneaking Show. Your hand, if you're playing against a slower deck, your hand doesn't even have to be super strong, but just having Stock Up, you should be able to find all your combo pieces. You get to look at a lot of cards, and you get to keep 2 of those cards, opposed to a card like Impulse, or I guess I could say Lindo's Vault too. But and then on the sideboard, it's just, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think we got Faerie Macabre for graveyard hate decks. As a graveyard hate card against graveyard-based decks. Pyroblast just pretty much against anything that's blue, and hopefully we can even try to make a Pyroblast uncounterable with Mistrise Village. Abrade and Brotherhood's hand and Meltdown, they all kind of serve similar purposes. Brotherhood's and Abrade, of course, they can also get rid of creatures that might be a problem, a card like Containment Priest, for instance. And then we got Mistrise Village's 2 extra copies, which I am not sure if they're necessary. I do like this type of lands, but I think it might be a bit much. Maybe just a 2 in the main deck and an extra 1 in the sideboard. But we'll try with 2 extras in the sideboard. It's actually a good way to test too, right? You can actually max out on Mistrise Village's post board. Then Grafdigger's Cage, similar role as Faerie Macabre's, but it also hits things like Green Sun Zenith. And we haven't seen that deck very much these days, but Mystic Forge decks also, this card is pretty good against them. Defense Grid, again, is just another way to deal with interactions from your opponent on your turn. And then Disruptor Flute is just like a catch-all kind of card, right? But yeah, the deck looks pretty straightforward. Lots of I like combo decks that have like lots of 4-offs, because you're playing combo deck, you want to be able to find your combo, right? Cool. And we'll see you guys for round 1. All right, so round 1 of the league. I will be on the draw. I wish Magic Online had a way for me to just keep this window setting for my graveyard and my opponent's graveyard. It's kind of like how I like the layout to look, but every time there's a new match, it goes back to the default one. It looks like the opponent was maybe deciding if they're gonna mulligan. I want to say this is a keep. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. We are basically one show and tell away from be able to combo. Also got like Flusterstorm as a way to interact with the opponent. So my opponent just gonna, okay, I thought they're gonna F6 to their first turn. All right, so okay, Spirit Guide. So drawing Spirit Guide also opens up the possibility of, if we draw a sneak attack instead of a show and tell, a lot of times you can tap the lands for the 4 mana for sneak attack, but then you don't have the mana for to activate sneak attack. Now this looks like our opponent's playing some version of Nadu or Breakfast. I think I'm gonna fetch here because, yeah, if they're playing combo, I'm not gonna have enough time to be trying sculpting my hand too much. And it's a mountain. I probably don't want that. A soul land would be a good draw. I'm just gonna play the volcanic and pass. Nadu. All right. Let's see what we can find with the brainstorm. The show and tell. I mean, a force of will. So in this case, I think Omniscience is going to be the card I'm going to pitch to counter that. And I think I kind of, well, yeah, I think Emrakul might be better here. I'm going to try to force it. Alright, just resolved. Okay, so we don't need, I don't need another sneak attack. So I can get Atraxa in a land. They do have 5 cards in hand. I'm thinking they probably have multiple copies of Nadu. So the first one was, I want to say bait, but like just cast it and see if it works. And then since I had the counter magic, they just didn't even bother trying to force back, which it's possible I should have tried to do the same thing, just grab a second sneak attack, but I don't think I have enough time to do all that. Not a not do. Okay. I'm in trouble here. So I can either try to put sneak attack in play. I don't really have a, and I do have to have multiple, I'm going to have to activate sneak attack multiple times in the same turn because of Caracas. Yeah, Soul Land would have made this a lot easier. I could try to spam some sneak attacks and put one back and like Emrakul and just try to cast the first one. I don't know if it's... Boseiju, I didn't even think about that. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll get another volcanic. Well, that's problematic now. So they have 3 cards in hand. All of a sudden, I want to back my the sneak attacks. Yeah, maybe we'll get another sneak attack. Maybe not. Okay, and I can... I have to... No, yeah. I wanted to shuffle, but also want to hold up Force of Will. I guess I can always just make my Force of Will uncounterable. Yeah, their own Brainstorm. So even if I want to fluster, they can just pay for it. Yeah. Okay. I was not counting on that Boseiju who endures. It's not on my radar there. So I have to counter that basically, right? Otherwise the game's virtually over. Might just guess another one, right? Alright, so opponent gets a ponder. Let's see what they're gonna do with the ponder. If they like the 3 cards that they've seen. Chose not to use ponder. Okay, that's not good. Alright, less fetchable land too. I just realized that. Alright, we got that going on, I guess. Do I have to do this? Actually, I'm not sure. I'm gonna put. Oh, okay, I see. I get some free value. Alright, so they got Savannah. I'm gonna put Atraxa in play. Alright, so Omniscience. Okay, so stock up is going to be my sorcery. Land. Well, the fetches, I don't think they fetch anything. So it's either Misty Rise Village or Soul Land. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Man, I can almost just guess Omniscience. I actually can, right? And it will be uncounterable. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 9, 10. And I can still make it an uncounterable. Wow, okay. Yeah, let's do like this then. I'll say done. Guess I can cast stock up. I don't know if they're gonna. I feel like they have counter magic in hands. If they do, maybe I shouldn't even have done that. Yeah, maybe I should just held up the stock up. Okay. I can always just bounce to my Atraxa Caracas. Shouldn't have 6. I'm playing blue. Should always like represent you guys something. Two mana. Is that the? Oh, I thought they were just gonna do. Oh, Bristly Bill. Tameo. All right, but they don't have anything else. Okay. Maybe I can win now. Oh, it's probably safe to just do this. If I cast Omniscience. Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8. Did I miscount? I guess I did. 4, 6, 7, 8. I must have not taken into consideration the Misty. What did I say? Mistrise Village was going to be. It's -2. Yeah, I missed that. All right, so we're gonna cast Joint Tell then. I'll put Omniscience in play. Cool. I'm gonna guess Atraxa for free. That is very annoying. They can get sneak attack, Lotus Petal, Force of Will, Atraxa, and need to get on land too. Yeah, again. And I gotta get a sorcery. I think this point Ponder might be better. I need to gain life here. I'm gonna keep this one. So Atraxa. Oh, all the Lotus Petals are here. This kind of sucks because I was hoping to find a Emrakul. Try to swing for 21 now, but alright, so Atraxa, sneak attack, brainstorm, and I guess Flooded Strand. Did I use the Simian Spirit Guide yet? Alright, I did. Okay, so there's a Lotus Petal here, one in my hand. So I can't hit another. So like even if I put another Atraxa in play, I can't hit Lotus Petal plus Emrakul. Is that correct? Right, so if I attack, I go to 14. Alright, I think that's the best I can do here. Yeah, if I only saw one Lotus Petal, then I could put another Atraxa in play and then try to hit Emrakul plus Atraxa and maybe not win the game, but like attack for enough that also like the Annihilator will maybe would have just done it. All right, so I think I need to force that. Yeah, Ponder can go, I guess. Interesting game. I thought after not do connected. Um, and then draw a card. So I'm taking 6 damage here, right? Alright, so I just need to find an Emrakul, I guess. Tamio. So there's an Emrakul. Misty. Force of Will, I guess. Okay. Alright, so there's an Annihilator 6. And I'm gonna go back up to 14 life to they have to block Emrakul with Tamio. Omniscience, there's one Omniscience? Alright, let me see something then. There's one. Oh, I removed the other one. Okay. I get it. Alright. I mean, one of them's gonna go back to the deck, but it's not until the next turn. So I think I should just be able to, okay, yeah, put some blockers in. All right. So, not do. Yeah, I think I want Grafdigger's Cage. No, what did it cut? Team Spirit Guy is a card that like I usually don't. I'm not very thrilled to see. Defense Grid also looks interesting. I'm thinking about it like I don't think I saw counter magic from them at all, right? So maybe they're not playing that style of Nadu deck. Could just bring like Pyroblast instead of Grafdigger's Cage and just try to either kill it or counter on the stack. Maybe I just trim out. Oh, Lotus Petal. Yeah, let's do it this way. Yep, we don't have the don't have a blue land. All right, I guess this is a keep. I wonder if Moto, I don't know if Magical Line is lagging if I'm playing too slow. Usually I don't go down this low on the clock when I'm playing show and tell, but I guess the last game was a little longer. There were the lighted halfling. No, change their mind. Maybe it was a Green Sun Zenith for Dried Arbor. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Well, my first hand with the turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage. Oh, I was on the draw anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Alright, so there's an Omniscience. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to do that. Yep, no, I do. Oh man. Alright, they tricked me. I thought they didn't have counter magic in their deck. No, I kind of wish I wish I had my Flusterstorm back. The lighter halfling. Oh, they don't have another combo piece. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this again. If on a land. That goes. Okay, I'm gonna put this in play. Start with stock up. Brainstorm. Lotus Petal, I guess. Think we're gonna put those 2 back. Since I don't really need lands anymore. I guess I'll Thundering Falls too. That goes to the graveyard. That one's also gonna go to the graveyard. I guess if I do stock up first. Oh my gosh. Am I not gonna find something? Any order? Yep. On there, at least I guess I get to shuffle. Alright, yeah, we're gonna any order. Wow, okay. And it's a Brainstorm too. So it's like I can't even like alright, hopefully I don't die. So that's what, 5. So I have 3 turns. I have, okay. If they play literally any other creature, I think I'm just dead. Leyline Binding. I don't think it even matters. I mean, I guess it does if I want to be able, if I wanted to force a vote something. I guess I'm, no, not this way. I'm gonna do for free. I guess it's probably just gonna bounce back the Nadu and get another card. No, I think Emoto is lagging a little bit. It's not just me. Oh, they get a Green Sun Zenith. So they, I guess they can grab Sylvan Safekeeper and get more triggers off Anadu. Okay. Yeah, so the first one, I know it's Tomb, and then another one, I think it's another land, right? Terrible memory. Yeah, but I think if they just play any creature and just toast. For 3. Maybe it's Bristly Bill? Oh, yeah, Rex Sage. I mean, obviously it's good, but it's now that I have Sneak Attack and the other thing on play, is like it's kind of largely irrelevant. Okay, so they have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. All right, not dead yet. Could always string together Atraxa plus Emrakul and try to win the game. Oh, they killed it. All right. I think now I'm just dead, right? Because I won't be able to tap Ancient Tomb. I mean, they only have 1 card in hand, but all right, let's guess a Brainstorm. Brainstorm is a very powerful card. Let's Sneak Attack. Still didn't find a creature. All right. Okay. Did I set out my Atraxas and Emrakuls? No, they're all here. All right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ship it back like this. Maybe I can swap fetch land for another one of these things. No, I think I'm gonna do that. Well, maybe not that one. Scalding Tarn's my better. Maybe like Misty or a Mist. Okay, there's Show and Tell, there's Counter Magic, and there's lands this time. All right. Yeah, I gotta remember. Also, the last game was mulligan to 5, and not finding a creature after all the cantripping was a little unfortunate for me, but I always got game 3 now. Okay, so now that pretty sure know they're, or at least they're playing. I could just put Atraxa in play next turn, or yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do that. Does Atraxa just win against them? I don't think so though. Oh, it's a halfling. Okay. So the problem here is that kind of know what's coming next turn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to show and tell. We'll put Atraxa. Oh, they got binding. Okay. I do get a bunch of cards though. All right, so Sneak Attack will be my enchantment. My sorcery will be, I guess, be stock up. Land can be a mountain, and I'm just gonna get Emrakul, I think. So I have 2 blue cards. Yeah, so I got 2 blue cards. I can't force that shall not do because it can cast off halfling. I also got to think of what I'm going to discard here. So if I draw a Lotus Petal or Simian Spirit Guide, then sneak attack is way better. I don't know if the life total is going to matter, so I think I might just want to high roll here. Like as in, not going to matter if it's the extra 2 points of damage. This might matter now because I might have to activate sneak attack twice. Resident for 1. I think I'm going to let it... Do I have to let it resolve? This is just for creatures, right? Okay. Alright, so I just need a blue card in my hand. And I'm just going to discard one of the ancient tombs. So I think the plan next turn is to cast sneak attack, put Atraxa in play, and then hopefully find like a petal. And then put Emrakul in play too. Yeah, it seems like they're holding up some interaction, right? So if I take 4 here, is it? It's a lot of damage, right? But okay, so there's a Lotus Petal. I guess enchantment. I'm just gonna get another sneak attack. Sorcery, land, instant, done. Okay. Just got a Volk. If I got a show and tell here, would have been sweet, but I don't. I don't have to do this. I guess it might matter. I already play a land this turn, right? So yeah, Atraxa goes back to my hand. Oh, I have to discard this many cards. Jesus Christ. I guess I'm not sure. Try not to time out here. So they attack for 2. Is that what's happening? Just cast like this. Okay. Wow. That was a slog. Maybe I made some not very optimal plays here. But all right. 1-0 in the league. See you guys for round 2. Alright, so we're back for round 2. I will be on the play. Yeah, I think this hand is okay. I mean, 2 of the creatures, it's usually a little bit of a mulligan, but I believe Ponder and Brainstorm will fix it all. Famous last words. Yeah, these are not. No, we gotta shuffle that. Misty or Mistrise Village. I'll get the name right correctly before the end of this the video. I wonder if we're playing the mirror. So I think I'm gonna Brainstorm first. If I find a show and tell, oh, multiple show and tells. So I'm gonna draw one of them anyways, right? If I play this, yeah, I gotta remember that this is like -2, right? Because I gotta tap a blue and do this, and when you activate this ability, you don't make mana. So maybe I should have just kept Emrakul in my hands. It's possible. Or, I mean, I think Atraxa usually is good enough, but I think if I find like a Lotus Petal, I can do all on the same turn next turn. Also, like if I just find some kind of like a Flusterstorm or a Force of Will, it's a Ponder. You guys leave it on top. Okay. I was trying to cast, I mean not cast, but play Mistrise Village last. Okay, I'm kind of tempted to just jam here, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Because with this Ponder here, I was either trying to find a Force of Will or a land. So I found a Force of Will, but I don't have a land. And I can kind of just like spam like show and tells. So it is a mirror. Or yeah, I guess I got a Atraxa, sneak attack, Ponder, Force of Will. I don't think the land matters. Done. Do I just get another Atraxa, I guess? I think the answer is yes. Alright, so let's guess another Atraxa. Alright, so Force of Will, stock land. Okay. Eventually I'll find Emrakul and then I can hopefully win. Okay, so we're playing the mirror. So I think I'm gonna cut the mountain and again this land and just bring 2 of these. And I like Pyroblast against in the mirror too. I also like Omniscience a lot in the mirror. I'm not really sure how to say it. Disruptor Flute is kind of awkward, right? Because we're playing the same cards. Excuse me. And Defense Grid is always, it's hard to bring Defense Grid against other decks that play Force of Will. They're playing a combo because, yeah, it works great. It's like on my turn, but I also can't force or interact with them like as well, like on their turn. So yeah, I think I'm just going to leave like this. I expect the game to go a little longer since we're both going to be trying to stop each other from comboing. So like if there's Lotus Petals were just like lands would just be so much better because I'm not trying to go fast. I think those are start last game too. Okay, that's we're getting there. I think it's gonna push show and tell and play on the stack. They are. All right, I'm gonna put my Atraxa then, I guess. So I guess City of Traitors, Flusterstorm, Lotus Petal, Omniscience, show and tell. Oh, I don't need show and tell. But what am I doing? I'll just get stuck up. Okay, and so now they get their Atraxa trigger. Oh no. It's good, but not. Oh, there's a Force of Will there, but I don't know. Maybe I was just asking my opinion on the deck compared to Omnitel. I just think that Sneak and Show is a little bit better. I think currently. So they kept Sneak Attack, Emrakul, Ponder, Village, and Force. All right. They're probably deciding if they want to ponder here. Yeah. All right. They have a Force of Will in hand. That's kind of like what I need to know. And so I think I'm going to just fetch Brainstorm. See if I can find a Force of Will. Or, I don't know, maybe like Lotus Petal plus another 1-mana interaction. All right. And then discard a card. Also, I don't have Emrakul in my hand yet, so we'll see. All right, so we'll play this, and I'm gonna cast my Show and Tell. I'm assuming they're gonna probably force, because I know they have one Force of Will in hand, so all right. Oh, force, pitching force. Okay, so I'm gonna try to Flusterstorm that. Very good, very good. Guess I have to do this. Blizzard Resolve. Crap. All right, I guess I attack. They just block. Yep. All right, so they have 3 cards in hand. I know one of them is a sneak attack. All right, so let's start with a stock up. Pyroblast. Okay. In this case, I do need to do this. So I need to find another Show and Tell, I guess. I feel like they're going to be... Oh, they're not playing towards their combo. Okay. All right. So stock up or Show and Tell. Sneak attack. I guess I'll leave it on top. I'm not a huge fan of sneak attack right now, but maybe. Who knows? All right, I guess I'll play the Delta. So they have their Misty. Or... Mist. So the last card in their hand is Emrakul, which is not terrible then. Okay, Tell will be amazing here. Okay, so I think I can win like this. All right, so I'm gonna put Omniscience. All right, we cast Emrakul. I said GG's. GG's. Interesting mirror. They had a lot of interaction in one game, right? So Force of Will days, then Force of Will again. And they were just asking how many Mist villages I'm playing. I don't know if I don't remember if I mentioned that in the intro to the deck, but I did copy this list from Bob Huang. He played a local event. Hold on a second. And he won a local event in Northern Virginia. So I basically took that list. I was trying to play Mistrise Village. And he was the first one that I saw that played more than one copy. So, all right. I'll see you guys for round 3. All right. So we're back for round 3. And I'm going to play again, which is very good when you're playing a combo deck. What's not good is this hand. Yep, I'm going to mulligan. I think I'm going to keep this one. Not sure my opponent's playing, but if I'm not mistaken, this person needs to play Enchantress. I don't know. I actually try not to look up my opponent's names like in leagues, but some players you can't help because they usually play the same decks. And I believe this person, that's what they used to play, but I could be mistaken. And I think, regardless, I think I'm just going to put the Force of Will back. And I can maybe start by fetching the Scryland, or Surveilland, not Scryland. Your opponent's still deciding if they're gonna mulligan. Cool. They kept their 7. I am gonna keep the 6. I guess I'll put Flusterstorm back. I mean, not Flusterstorm, Force of Will. Keep the Flusterstorm. And I'll just play Polluted Delta. That can be anything in the format. As soon as you start playing mana rocks, then they know you're playing combo, so. Alright, looks like we might be playing against either the Mirror or Delver is my initial guess. Yeah, I guess I'll put it on top. I wouldn't be too upset to find 2 lands on top. Okay, there are 3 of them. So next turn I could just play Mist Village, activate, and play an uncounterable show and tell. Unless my opponent is me in Wastelands, one of my lands, I guess. Brainstorm, okay. I still have the feeling that I'm playing against Delver. Okay, not Delver. Spell Pierce, okay. Kinda would like my opponent to just keep the Spell Pierce in their hand. Mystic Sanctuary, okay. Alright, let's play this Lotus Petal. And I'll play this thing. I'll make this show and tell uncounterable. And hopefully it gets there. Oh, that's very awkward. Alright, show and tell. Lotus Petal. Emrakul. Flusterstorm, I guess. Another land. Yeah, my chance of winning this game are like a lot lower now. So if they have Emrakul, I think the game's just over, right? Also, yeah, okay. So let's get some Pyroblasting in this deck. I'm gonna go to 2 lands here for these. Then I think I dream those things, right? Yeah, I think this works. Not gonna lie, when I saw I forgot the white blue surveil land, I didn't think that they were on show and tell, but apparently they were smarter than me. They were able to hide their deck. Also notably, this is the second time I play against show and tell in this league. So the whole thing that I was saying that like I think show and tell, or I was thinking show is like in a good spot right now because other people had the same idea too. I was hoping for I know the price for this card on Magic Online is not much, but in paper it's still a little pricey. So I'm waiting for the card to come down in price a little bit so I can pick some copies up in paper. At the time of this recording, I had just recently played a local event with the previous list that I was talking about. And I didn't have Mistrise Villages in my 75. And still the deck was still pretty good. Alright, I think this is a keep. So I could play Mistrise tapped. And tap next turn cast Brainstorm. So that way I can save my fetch. So I think I'm gonna do that. Because then after this turn, this one I kind of want to like hold up blue mana to represent Flusterstorm or Ponder. Okay, so they would like Orim's Chant and Triple Petal kill you. Well, I drew a land, so Okay, I think we're just gonna pass. So this is really my combo this game, right? Show me tell Omniscience. Or oh, they're playing this card too. That's cool. I did play against someone that was playing Omnitel last week, and they ended up winning a game when I was playing Omnitel myself because of this card. Well, the other side, the side that bounced it. Oh, hold on a sec. Did I just make magical line freeze? Okay. All right. So we're gonna brainstorm. I could just cast a sneak attack at one point. So I think I can do that. And as it stands, I can make my force will uncounterable. Not a ponder. Or maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe I can just... You gotta think about this one. Do I want to draw a sneak attack? Okay, that's one way to try to do it, right? Just tap for mana, cast sneak attack. But then I'll have little ways of interacting with them next turn. Opposed to, let's say if I fetch, grab Surveil land. Yeah, maybe I should have just kept this sneak attack in my hand and the second land on top of the deck. All right. So Thundering Falls. I don't think it's second Emrakul. They have way more cards in hand than I do. I don't think you force this, but if they have a Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm, maybe they do it. Or maybe they just read Mist Village. Maybe they don't know. It's not like a Boseiju. Opponents in the tank. I mean, stock up is a big card like in these matchups, right? Because like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, like you do get to look at a lot of cards, like 5 cards, and you get to keep 2 of them. And no, it's not the same thing as a dig through time, but it does a pretty good impression. All right. Might just get a red source and Pyroblasted, which seems reasonable. Okay, yeah, just Pyroblast is the card. I think they actually took a little too long to decide because, yeah, I think, like I said, I don't think I would go down a card for stock up, but I think a 1-mana interaction, like a 1-for-1, I think it's definitely worth it. I'm gonna cast the fairy. Well, I gotta force that in, right? Because otherwise I just lose the game. All right. So either Flusterstorm, a land, Pyroblast. Okay, I'll settle for stock up. Okay. What am I gonna do here? I think I want Pyroblast. and land. I'll play the City of Traitors and I can pass. City of Traitors can perhaps pay for like a spell pierce. Yeah, show and tell. I'm gonna try to Pyroblast their thing. I wonder if I was supposed to. No, I think I'm just gonna do this. All right. If I had to brainstorm, what would I have found? Look, another Emrakul. So we could take infinite turns, I guess. So they have Teferi. I was considering bringing a defense grid. But then, what's the cut, right? No, I think this is fine. I think having the 4 mist villages, maybe just enough. So they're mulling into 6. Ponderino, yeah. You could go for the plan again of just show and tell, show and tell, show and tell. I'm gonna stock up. Okay. If I draw Force Will, I think I just slam show and tell. If I draw just like a land, like a fetch or a volcanic, then maybe I just cast Ponder. No, I think I need not another Atraxa, but yeah, I might just be that here if they have a show and tell. Kind of just crossing my fingers here that they don't go for it, because if they do, then I mean, I can put a Trax in play. Okay, they don't, maybe they don't have it. I don't know. I mean, it happened to me. I cast 4 cantrips in round 2. I'm sorry, round 1, and didn't find a creature. So it's possible that my opponent just like spinning their wheels there, trying to find either side of their combo. Yeah, if I find like a Force Will or Flusterstorm, As a forceful. That's good enough for me. Hopefully it works out. Alright. I'm gonna try to cast this nice show and tell. And if they counter, I'll counter back. Probably discard one of the... Removing one of the Atraxas to force a will. Yeah, this. Resolves, please. It didn't. Alright, they removed their own show and tell. Alright, so I guess maybe they only have one half, but not the other one. Alright, Stock up. Alright, so they're clearly trying to hold up Pyroblast. So another Force of Will or Flusterstorm. I think we're basically in the same spot. I mean, I guess a land now does too, because then I can activate Mist Village. It's a Pyroblast. Oh man. Okay. That kind of blows. So I'm gonna have to win with sneak attack. I mean, I guess the plus side is that Omniscience in my hand does make their show and tells very, very awkward for them. All right, search for extraction. Yep, can't do much now. So yeah, we're back, I guess. Not doing a whole lot. So they use 2 Force of Wills and one show and tell. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to use blue mana to activate this thing. Also, I just realized that now Magic Online is letting me do what I was trying to do earlier to like zoom in. So I could, no, like I said, like I could make the Pyroblast encounterable, like, and make things a little easier for me. All right, let's try to ponder first. I don't think these are good cards at this moment in the game. So I think I just have to pass here. I have to hold up Pyroblast. It's my only piece of interaction right now. City of Traitors not looking very hot here neither. Another Pyroblast. Okay. That's not bad. I guess if I see double land here, like double fetch lands, I might just take them. Ugh, that's... none of these cards do anything. Alright, so Force Will. I got something to do. Omniscience now. Okay, so I'm not really sure what's this. Kind of depending on the top of my deck now. They do have 6 cards in hand. They have used some Force of Wills, so Lauren revealed. Okay, can't really do anything about that one. Meticulous Archive. Okay, that's a cool interaction there. Like, interesting. So I wonder the white is only for Meticulous Archive, maybe? Because they do have like an Arid Mesa. Mesa finds everything too, right? I don't think I need to just play Ancient Tomb for no reason. Not being able to activate Mistrise Village is actually the thing that's make me a little upset here, because if I can just make sure the Pyroblast is going to resolve, then I'll feel more safe, but can't do that with City of Traitors. 4 mana, some red cards. Is this a Erlingus? Well, I have to counter that. Okay. Flusterstorm. All right. Wish I had the Flusterstorm last turn. I also wouldn't mind just drawing one of my stock ups too. That's it. Just cast the Show and Tell in. Was I baited? Maybe I should have just let my opponent. No, but if they resolve and I have Emrakul, the game is over. Yeah, I can't do that. Maybe they're just gonna do it again this turn. Maybe they're just playing around days. Not sure. Interesting match so far, actually. Well, except for game one when I just got right. Well, I guess that was still kind of cool. I wasn't expecting my opponent to play in the mirror and just I show and tell their Omniscience into play. Gonna put show and tell on top. Okay. All right. So they're also 6 life now. Okay. That Ancient Tomb is gonna like not be very playable eventually. All right, let's Pyroblast again. We got double Flusterstorm now. Yeah, I guess now it makes sense to do this. Then I can just make my Force Will uncounterable. I guess I could have done it earlier anyways. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's a small punt. Double munitions, that doesn't do anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm 5 more mana away from just hard casting my Omniscience. My opponent, on the other hand, 1, 2, 3, so they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 mana. They can almost hard cast their Omniscience next turn. I guess we're gonna try to do this. Alright. They have 5 cards in hand. They have a Hydroblast in the deck too. Yeah, I think this. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was just gonna hardcast the thing. I'm gonna try to Pyroblast it. Yeah, I think I force. Okay. Wow. That was a Crazy match. All right, we'll see you guys for round 4. All right, so we're back here for round 4. This time I won't be on the play, I'll be on the draw. And I think this hand is it's reasonable. Guys' opponents decide if they're going to mulligan. Oh, they mulligan to 6. Okay, so they probably just decide if they want to go lower or what card they're going to put back. All right, cool. They decide to keep their 6. All right, just a Windswept Heath pass. This will be the fairest of all the plays I've seen today. It's a show and tell. Play a Misty. Oh, not Misty. Flooded Strand. I guess I got an island. Yeah, I'm going to Ponder Reno. I think I do like the Ponder. Battle maybe it's not as good as the other 2 cards, but I picked up the Ponder here. Ponder off the Ponder. Mostly so I can have a blue card for Force of Will. But it seems like they'll be playing some kind of lands type of deck, right? So I'm just trying to make a Mirage. Simian Library. That's a good card. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and stock up. Which is, I guess I'm going to get the Lotus Petal too. So it's play the Petal. So since they're not playing a deck is playing Counter Magic, I'm pretty sure I'm safe to remove one of the Show and Tells to Force of Will. As long as I keep the other one. And if Ancient Tomb is still in play next turn, then you could always use the island to cast a Brainstorm that can fetch, ponder, and try to find a Omniscience, or I believe Atraxa might be okay too. By you, Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, I think that one's still okay. I'm like more worried about like a card like Crop Rotation. Yeah, they had 2. Okay, they wouldn't. Yeah, if they have a Prismatic Ending, I think I'm just gonna Brainstorm here. It's not the best timing to Brainstorm, but I think it's fine. Right, so since I know the top of my deck, I think I'm just gonna Ponder. Really would like to find an Omniscience, not this. Okay, so Brainstorm could in theory find Petal Omniscience. It's closed, so I can't cast Flusterstorm now. Simian Spirit Guide doesn't really do anything. I'm just gonna do like this, just in case they have the bad idea of Noble Sage one of my lands. I don't want to like have my combo on top of my deck and then just get shuffled away. Right. Opponents decide what they're going to do with their Sylvan Library. I mean, they're 14 life and they probably know at this point that I'm playing Sneaking Show. So they keep an extra card. Is that what they did? Yeah, they kept another card. A Wasteland. All right. Kind of expected to get Wasteland at one point in this game. And I don't know if it matters as much because, yeah, unless they just double Wasteland this turn. I'm going to try to Crop Rotate. I'm going to use the good old Force of Will. Yeah, there isn't much I want to Fluster. And I have mana for a Flusterstorm anyways. It's possible I need to Brainstorm. I mean, not Brainstorm, Ponder. Back with one of them. Yeah, it makes sense. All right, so they have 2 cards in hand. Hopefully I don't get surprised by anything here. I'm going to put Omniscience. Attachment Stage. All right, I'm going to play Atraxa. Okay, they didn't want to go any further. All right, so this is different than all the decks I just played today because I don't have to worry about counter magic from the other side of the board. So, but I mean, I also don't want to go down a number of lands. I mean, Disruptor Flute is the first card that I'm looking at. They're like, all right, this is good because I can stop like a Reclaimer or Caracas or something like that. So, I mean, a card like Abrade doesn't seem terrible because they might have their own Disruptor Flutes or Pity Needle or something like that. Brotherhood's End is not, I don't think that's that good, right? Because it doesn't really kill a lot of their creatures, I guess. Yeah, I'm a little bit at a loss here. I'm not sure what I wanna do. I'm leaning towards like cutting the Flusterstorms because they counter Grayson Zenith and Crop Rotation. So maybe that's good enough. Maybe I'll just do this. Maybe we could cut it like some fetch lands, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I think I like this hand. The second Omniscience is a little bad, and the second Show and Tells us not great. But just having those 2 pieces of the combo in hand and cantrips and a land, I think that's might be good enough. I like that they went to grab a forest. There are a lot of versions of the deck that I'm playing that plays some number of like Maggots in the Moon or Blood Moons in the sideboard. So that's probably like a good idea to grab a basic. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. Unfortunately, I don't have 3 basic lands in my deck, so I wish I could just like grab Island, Mountain, and then. But I don't think they're splashing any colors. So now the Reliquary. Okay. Knight's a good card. You can probably attack for 1. All right, second land. All right, and I guess I'm just gonna pass. I wish I had a Force of Will for that Knight, but I didn't. So, all right. So I think I'm just gonna try to Show and Tell Omniscience into play. Yeah, there's a whole lot here to to discuss. Really, I mean, I try to Crop Rotate. Okay, they're probably gonna grab a Caracas, I guess, and then they probably have Talon Gates. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, okay, put Omniscience in play, I guess. All right, and I'm gonna try to cast Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can't just make Mirage. All right, cool. I'll see you guys for round 5 then. Okay, so back here for the 5th and final round of this league. Yeah, I'll be on the draw, but again, I have 2 pieces of our combo, so I don't think I'm gonna toss this one back. So we play against 3 combo decks in the first 3 rounds, and then one very fair deck. I think it was like some kind of like Maverick deck. And then I think we just found our Delver opponent. Or blue-black tempo, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming they don't have days then, because that was a very dazeable. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe I should have just brainstormed then. Maybe not. Maybe I just make my land drops, I guess. If they fetch, yeah, I'm gonna fetch in response to Brainstorm. I feel like that's Bowmaster is about to happen. Okay. Interesting. I don't want to shuffle at all. So I think I'm just gonna. It doesn't matter. I think I'm just gonna make my. I'm just gonna draw cards and hopefully Atraxa will get there. Oh, okay. So this is not a tempo deck, I guess. All right. All right. Good, I guess. You're just like Snapcaster Thoughtseize. And there's the Bowmasters. All right. Uro. Okay. That's some good cards. So the other card on top of my deck's another Mistrise Village, so I don't think I need to draw that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a Thundering Falls. Because if I find an Omniscience, I think I just win the game on a spot. Yeah, I need a land. I could put Sneak Attack in play too, but like I don't know if that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay. So I can get a Volcanic, another Atraxa. Stock up. Force? Yep. And I guess I'll just pass the turn. All right, so they cast a Brainstorm. I was wondering if instead of the Volcanic, I should have just got the Ancient Tomb. Now I'm thinking, because then I could tap this to make Sneak Attack uncounterable. And then They're gonna thought seize me. Seems okay, I think. Yep. So I think now it matters a little less, right? But if I had to guess, I think the correct play would have been, instead of getting Volcanic, just get the Ancient Tomb, and because then Mist plus Island would make Sneak Attack uncounterable. Then it's 4 mana. It'll be Xaxis. Okay. That's a Ponder. It took stock up from me. All right. Okay, so I can just hard cast Sneak Attack next turn. I mean, not hard cast, but I don't have to. Oh, here's the other option too. I could have just like make Show and Tell uncounterable, plus Sneak Attack in play. All right, so they have 3 cards in hand. So unless one of them is like a Spell Pierce. Yeah, just guess this thing. If they force, I think I just let it resolve, maybe. Yeah, force that. I'm gonna keep this one. All right, so Lotus Petal, Emrakul. Okay, all right. Okie dokie. So this is definitely a matchup that I want this card. We can probably cut the 2 non-basics. I mean, the basic and this other thing. Probably the Pyroblast too, I guess. I don't know if I want Defense Grid. I mean, this seems to be the matchup I would like, Defense Grid, right? But they're playing discard spells too, so no, I think this is fine. I'm just gonna roll with this. Just hope my uncounterable land thing makes me win this game. All right, opponent. Oh, no, they haven't decided yet. Never mind. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this one. It's pretty like sort of like Thoughtseize proof, right? Proof. They take Show and Tell, can always just stock up, and if they just can't trip, I have Flusterstorm to protect against their whatever they're trying to do. Oh, okay. It's mildly annoying. I don't know, is that a reason to like wasteland on my upkeep when I'm playing a deck that doesn't play Stifles? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong. Oof, another wasteland. Okay, that's kind of rough. Yeah, I guess I'll keep making land drops, I guess. Life from alone. I mean, I guess that's annoying, I guess, but it's not. I think I'll Flusterstorm this. Did not think they're gonna have Life from Loam shenanigans happening there. Alright, maybe I'll lose to Life from Loam recurring wastelands, I guess. I don't know. So I have to force that? That's terrible. I want my mountain back. Guess I'll take... This is... Alright, this is not going well. I guess if I draw a land here... Oof, okay. Well, I mean, still, if I draw a soul land, I can always just stock up, I guess. Yeah, and we're gonna go wastelanded to death here. I mean, they do have... No, they still have 6 cards in hand. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Some 7 cards, okay. So this is actually interesting because I can discard Emrakul and shuffle back my lands into the deck. So this is not... I know it seems silly, but like I do have only 3 Volcanic Islands in the deck. So like having my lands being put back in the deck is not terrible. It has 3 volcanics and 1 island. And the other ones just make colorless mana, so it's like... Oh, is it just like a Murktide? 1, 2, 3? So it's on like a 6/6, which might be enough. I'm at 18 life. Definitely misjudge my opponent's deck. I didn't think they're gonna have wastelands in there. Or maybe just 1 or 2, but not... Looks like they have the full playset. Alright, so they have Murktide. This is not Gucci for me. So if I draw a runner soul lands... yeah, I guess I'm just gonna pass, and there's no reason to concede now, but the game's kind of over unless they have no counter magic in their hands. That's only 5. I thought it was a 6/6. Never mind. Okay, that I don't think they changed the clock too much, but all right. Let's see if I can ponder into double soul land or soul land plus forceful. These don't help me, right? Because they're all gonna immediately die after. All right, so there's a fetch land, I guess. Okay. I mean, I can try to kill Murktide. I don't know if that's good. I mean, they only have 8 cards in hand. Interesting. Okay, so the fact that they didn't play a second wasteland, I can maybe do something here. You didn't get exiled, did it? No. Because now if I draw... Yeah, I have to let everything resolve because the point is now is try to cast Omniscience and I mean, not Omniscience, sneak attack and try to win. Sorry, show and tell. So I need a soul land. I mean, oh shoot, never mind. Yep, that was I needed to fetch first. All right. So let's do this and bring back the mountain. That was. I mean, I don't think it was gonna resolve, but you know, still shouldn't. And we can cut one of the Mistrise Village, I guess. I mean, we can just cut a fetch. No, I think this is fine. Okay, I think this is very keepable. A lot less susceptible to losing to getting Wasteland locked. Well, I don't want to draw all of them, but I guess I still need to. Carpet of Flowers, okay. So I'm drawing an Emrakul next turn, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh man, this is not good. Okay. All right. I didn't know about this sneak attack. I didn't think the stock up was going to get countered there. I think Magic Line is freezing again. They didn't want to use a mana from Carpet, so. Ugh, terrible hand. I mean, I guess I just want to draw a cantrip or a land. They didn't have black mana too, I just realized that. So they can't just get me with the. Well, now they do, with the Bowmasters. Holy crap. Alright. Well, at least if I get Thought Seized, not a whole lot's gonna happen. Please be a Thought Seize. Oh, no. Oh, it's life from all. Okay. I think I should save this for when I have something to cast with it. Darkish Bowmasters? Okay. Figured to have one of those in hands. What is the card that they grab? Oh, Days. Okay. Alright, so I need a show and tell, I guess. Play around Days. Okay, a 5/5 Murktide. That might just be enough. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, that's what happened. I don't think waiting was gonna make it better, but oh, they didn't want to like life alone try to hit a wasteland. We're swinging for 7, so it's a 2-turn clock. Yeah, I think I'm just dead then, unless I draw another show and tell. All right, that was not a show and tell. Cool. So 4-1 with this deck. Pretty close for like almost a trophy there. So I think Mistrise Village. Not really sure how many is the right number, but 4 might be the right number. Like in this configuration, 2 in the main deck and 2 in the sideboard. As far as the rest of the sideboard, I guess it's kind of hard for you to get an idea after just one league, right? And especially since I played, I guess, is it 2 show and tell decks in the first 3 rounds? In Nadu, is that correct? Yeah. And then I'm guessing some kind of green-white depths or Maverick style deck and then a bug control deck in the last round. So like of course like Meltdowns and Brotherhoods, and it never really came up. And Consign to Memory was also like not a card that I wanted to bring in any of those games. And the Friends Grid might have been an option for this last round, but I wasn't sure what to cut for it. I thought the Mistrise Village was just enough. But anyways, yeah, I think the deck is the 75 is pretty tight. I think Sneak and Show's kind of well positioned right now in the format. I'm actually kind of surprised not to see more people playing it. The deck used to have like a few well-known players. They used to play online all the time. This deck, JPA, and there was another Japanese player. I think their name was Winger Zone FC, if I'm not correct. If I'm not mistaken, on Magic Online. We saw JPA do well, like one of the recent challenges. But I haven't seen a lot of people picking up this deck to play again. But maybe just because it's not like if you're not a player that usually plays Sneak and Show, you're not gonna just jump from a control deck to this. Or if you're someone that plays Stompy, you're not gonna play this deck. So maybe it's just there's a special, not a special, but like there's a specific type of player that likes to play this deck. So yeah, the decks, it's a lot of 4 obs, it's a lot of like the combo. So there's not a whole lot I can really elaborate on that. The sideboard, again, I would probably need a few more leagues to see what I'd like to see. But usually when you play against decks like Tempo, Delver, Blue Black, having your stuff not being countered, it's your path to victory. And in the past, Defense Grid was one of the better ways to do that, in my opinion. Boseiju coming to play tapped was kind of hard to make it stick. But sometimes they have to wasteland your Volcanic before you get to that point. So, but Mistrise Village being a card you can just play from your hand later, and it comes into play untapped, and you can do it. I know it does require a lot of mana for you to do that, but it's just a nice option, right? You can just play untapped and then activate and make your show and tell, or if you have a lot of mana, you just make your sneak attack uncounterable. And then I think Flusterstorms being the main deck are very, very good. I don't think I ever wanted like a Daze in this deck. There was very few situations that I would like, oh, maybe I wish it was a Daze instead of something else. I think this is actually correct. And then again, stock up, we saw how the card is very good in this deck too. And yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. Like I said, this was a list that I got from Bob Huang, from a paper event that he played this past weekend, the time of this recording. And I didn't really make any changes. I want to see how the deck plays before I could tweak it. But yeah, I think I like the 75. And if I was going to play a paper event tomorrow, I probably would play something similar to this. So we'll Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. No, make sure to leave some feedback for me. I love reading all the stuff you guys write. Doesn't matter if criticizing my play or card choices. I like to read it, and obviously I also like the constructive criticism that I get. And if you kindly hit the subscribe button and the like button, just to keep the channel alive, I'll really appreciate that. See you guys later.